All right, really quickly, we are going to review the parts of a story. You will remember this last year from sixth grade. The first thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to reading fiction is the plot. You'll remember that this is the plot diagram, and there are 5 key elements to setting up the plot of a story. The first element is the exposition. This is when we meet the characters, usually the protagonist, the hero, or the main character of the story. Then we move into the rising action, where the conflict is introduced. Remember that the conflict is usually the struggle between different forces. It can be external or internal. Then we move on to the climax of the story. Now, the climax of the story can be tricky for some students to understand. So as you read, I ask that you keep in mind that the climax is the moment of greatest interest in the story. Next is the falling action, which starts to tie up loose ends, tell us what is happening after the exciting event of the climax, and the resolution reveals the outcome of the story. A story setting is where the story takes place. This could be an actual date and time or a location. The location in the story that you are going to read today is Fresno, California. A couple of things to keep in mind about the setting is that Fresno is typically extremely hot in the summertime, and it also has lots of vineyards, which are excellent for growing grapes. A lot of the characters in our story spend their summers picking grapes in the vineyard to earn extra money for school. Theme. Theme is something that a lot of students often confuse when it comes to language arts. They think of a theme song from a TV show. The Jaws theme song is dun-dun, dun-dun. That's not theme in literature. Other students think theme is like a birthday party or a bedroom. I have a Paris-themed bedroom, or my birthday party is cowboys. In literature, when we're talking about theme, I want you to remember that the theme is the life lesson or the central idea of a story. The author's trying to teach us, the reader, something. What can we all learn about life or people or how we should behave when we're reading a story? So instead of saying the theme is friendship, what can we learn about friendship? Always be a true friend. Friends will always be there for you. Friendship means more than anything else in the world. Those are examples of theme statements, and we'll be exploring this more in depth soon. The last thing that I want you to keep in mind when you're reading your story is connecting. In any story, you can find common ground with the characters and relating things that you've been through or your own experiences to what the character's going through. We ask you to connect because it really helps you feel like you're a part of the story, like you've entered the character's world. To help yourself do this as you're reading, pay attention to details about the setting and characters. Look for things that you can identify with or that you have experienced, and pay close attention to statements the characters make.